slaves of them, but over your brothers of the people of Israel you shall not rule one over another ruthlessly. So this has sometimes been incorrectly applied to say that the Bible endorses or permits slavery in the buying and selling of people in there. Jean?
I'm a little confused because Scripture tells, God told the people to be separate from those nations around them. And now this part is talking about having them actually living among them as slaves.
Yeah, so when he talks about them being separate, or when you go into the land of Canaan and you wipe out those people and things,
Joshua.
right? Which they should have done. They should not. God did not permit them to take the people or the animals or anything as the spoils of war in those cases. Whereas in Egypt's case, they were allowed to take, the animals and things like that and the money. But then after that, as they went to war, as in particular in the going to war and things, people coming and going as the spoils of war was pretty common. And so that's probably where these would have cropped up. And it is interesting that he permitted. You would have thought he would have said, even if you take people as in victory over war, don't make them your slaves. Either wipe them out or send them home or something like that. You're right. It is surprising. Yeah, it is surprising.
It'd be a temptation if those people were worshiping, idols.
Well, the hope being that the influence would go one direction and not the other. With that, in being brought into the household. I mean, they're really talking about making them part of your household. That the people that were in that you had as slaves or servants in your household weren't chattel and property, but they're actually part of your household over whom you had responsibility.
So they would be following the same rituals you did.
Correct.
Participating in worship and that kind of thing.
Correct. Yep. You would want them to be joining in to the worship life of Israel in that case. We'll talk a little bit more about the slavery aspects maybe next time, but